So today we're going to be talking about a trade that I think the Houston Rockets, the Rockets are part of it, but more specifically the Dallas Mavericks should do. Subscribe. I post daily sports videos. Like the video if you enjoy it. Let's talk about the NBA. Um, so the Dallas Mavericks should trade for Victor Oladipo, in my opinion. Um, why? Well, there's a variety of reasons. Let's start off with the most obvious one and the most pressing need for the Mavericks, in my opinion, at this point: defense. All right, so um, offense is not exactly a huge issue. They have one of the best offensive stars in the game right now in Luka Doncic, right? This man put up 35, 11, and 16 against the Denver Nuggets, right? Offense is not a huge issue. The issue is defense, right? They don't have an elite defender at all, in my opinion, at least. Luka is not good at all. Kristaps is eh. Um, Willie Cauley-Stein is no. I mean, it's just an issue that they have. Um, and you can coast in the regular season on good offense. I will not, lie at all. They will make the playoffs off good offense alone. But come playoff time, you're going to need defense and offense, and that's where it gets tricky. Um, if you look traditionally, teams that, perform very well in the playoffs, we'll look at the past two champions, the Lakers and the Raptors. They all had a defensive superstar of some sort. The Lakers had Anthony Davis, a runner-up in the Defensive Player of the Year talk, and LeBron James, who plays defense in the playoffs. And then the year before that, the Raptors had Kawhi Leonard, extremely good defender, and Kyle Lowry, also a very good defender. Even the year before that, that would have been the Warriors. Klay Thompson is pretty good at defense at the guard position. Very good quality defender. So defense is always an issue in the playoffs, in my opinion, and the Mavericks kind of lack that so far. Now, in terms of best defensive players that are out there, there are two guys that I could see them going for. Miles Turner and Victor Oladipo. I feel like Victor Oladipo is a better fit and, more available currently than Miles Turner. So, why Victor Oladipo? He's at the guard position. So, Luka, you can honestly play at the point guard, shooting guard, small forward position. It's really not a big, deal. I've said this before, but I'm a huge fan of positionless basketball. So, you just put your five best guys out there, the lineups that you think will work the best. It doesn't matter if, you have a point guard in at the small forward spot, right? Whatever works, works. And, Luke is just kind of the embodiment of that on offense, at least. So, this would allow you to, bring in Victor Oladipo and put him at, the shooting guard / small forward spot. Or, the point guard spot if you wanted to, but I feel like Luka would be best suited to continue on. So, why would you do this? Well, for starters, you get a point of attack defender at the guard position. I've talked about this a little bit before in my Warriors video, the last video I posted. That's one thing. But the other thing is availability / third superstar. Kristaps Porzingis, I like Kristaps. I love Kristaps. Kristaps is freaking amazing. He's not exactly the most healthy guy of all time, right? And we saw this last season in the playoffs when he was out for the entire Clippers series, I believe, or pretty close to it. So it is an, somewhat fairly big issue, I guess, for him at least. And I'm not saying Victor Oladipo is any better necessarily, but he's had one major injury. Other than that, he stayed healthy more or less compared to Kristaps. He was, consistently having some injury. And the third superstar thing, Kristaps. As I said, I like Kristaps. I really don't think he's supposed to be a first option or even a second option. I feel like he works best as a third option, in my opinion. That's just what his play style is to me personally. The big that can shoot threes, the big that can just shoot in general. He can't really play make. He can't really defend. That's kind of his specialty almost, is, offense, right? And I just feel like he's better suited to a third superstar role. That's just my personal opinion. Victor Oladipo, now that we mentioned him, I feel like he is best suited actually for a second superstar role. So, this fits perfectly here. I feel like we would see this, and just not only, where he's played best, but just, you know, the team. Look at the Miami Heat. He's wanted to go to the Miami Heat for a while. On the Miami Heat, he would be, second, third option, right? On this team, he'd be second, third option, right? He's not supposed to be a first option. He's supposed to be a second option, third option at worst. And I feel like the Mavericks would, benefit greatly from that, having a somewhat reliable second option shooting guard. Um, so yeah, that's just that. And that's mostly opinion. There's no well, most of this video is opinion, actually, honestly, if you think about it. But that's just my opinion on Kristaps, on how he's best suited to a third spot. Um, so yeah, Victor Oladipo to the Mavericks. I feel like that would work out well for the Mavericks. One issue I could potentially see is the Rockets might not want to trade Oladipo to a team in the West for some reason. Teams are picky about that because they don't want to have to go up against the guy again. It's more of an issue in the NFL, quite honestly, than it is in the NBA. But I have, seen some things about it before, so that might just be a, possible issue. Compensation for Oladipo too might be an issue. It's somewhat hard to gauge his value, at least in my opinion, due to, coming off a major injury, being a free agent this offseason. It's hard to gauge his value, but I could potentially see him at least being worth first round pick or something equivalent to that. So yeah, that's about it. Another thing, just gonna throw this in there real quick. Luka Doncic is not, the best 3-point shooter of all time. He's not really amazing or anything. Oladipo is solid at three. All right. He's not going to be, coming out there and knocking 45% of his shots down, but he's, you need to guard up on him or he's going to, make it basically. So that's just one good thing. Floor spacing is always crucial. Yeah, that's about it. So y'all subscribe, post daily, all that good stuff. You know the drill. And like the video. Yeah. Oh, tell me down in the comments below. I like to talk with y'all. What do you think of this trade? If you're a Mavericks fan, what trade do you want the team to do? If you're a Rockets fan, who do you want them to trade Oladipo for? If you want them to trade Oladipo at all. Yeah, all that fun stuff. So peace out. See you all around. Yeah, have a good day.